No medications anymore. No more sleep apnea machine.
How did that happen?
I'm sleeping through the nights like a baby.
Hi, everyone. I'm Anne Imanuel. I'm the co-host of Transform Table Talk Live alongside Dr. Maggie Yu. Today, I have an alumni interview for you with Agnes. Agnes came to the program because she was dealing with incredible pain. She was diagnosed with fibromyalgia after being in a coma for a week from meningitis. It was 12 years of this excruciating pain that she could never get help for. She was dealing with hot flashes. She was dealing with high blood pressure, insomnia and sleep apnea, and brain fog. That was not her focus, but I can't wait for you to see what happened to all of her symptoms after going through the Transform program. Let's hear from Agnes. Hi, Agnes. Will you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, I'm Agnes. I live in PA. I'm a mom of two, 16 and 24. I'm originally from Poland, and I'm still passionate about Polish culture. We do run a nonprofit organization that we trying to promote Polish culture and traditions.
Wonderful. And in addition to that, you've been having a full-time job for many years as a legal assistant and an office manager, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
But over the last decade plus, you have been dealing with a lot of mounting health problems.
My body started hurting more and more, my muscles. And that was after that. I had meningitis and I was in coma, and they were telling me that's a side effect. So they diagnosed me with fibromyalgia.
This sounds like a big life event. You were in a coma for how
Yes,
long?
my husband tells me about like a week and a half, and they told him that I'm not gonna talk or walk anymore. They really didn't know what to do with me, so I was on IV with antibiotics for the week and a half through IV nonstop, and that's how it started.
And this was all from meningitis. So how long ago was this?
12
More?
years, 12
12
years
years
ago.
ago. Okay. So 12
Mhm.
years ago, you got the meningitis. You were in a coma. You miraculously survived and were able to wake up, walk, and talk. However, one of the things that was left behind sounds like excruciating pain.
It
And
was.
so that's when they diagnosed you with fibromyalgia, or did that take a while to get that diagnosis?
Oh no, it took a lot of tests because there's no test for fibromyalgia, so you have to actually go through everything else. So it was from lupus, the neurologist test everything, whatever you could have. I had it done, and by the end, they put a diagnosis of fibromyalgia.
Hi, I'm Maggie UMD, and I'm a functional and holistic medicine physician and the creator of the Transform and Transform protocol. If you're interested in learning what are the root causes of all chronic disease, go ahead and click the link in the description where I have a power pack 30-minute training that goes over what are the 5 pillars of Transform. Go ahead, click the link, and I'll see you in that training.
And this was obviously something, fibromyalgia, you mentioned there's not a definitive test, but you had very definitive symptoms. I mean, you were in excruciating pain, it sounds like. Would you tell me more about that?
There was a days that I will be in bed for 2 3 days. I would literally work from my bed. I was in so much pain that I wasn't sleeping at nights. I will work during the day, then the night will come in, I wouldn't sleep at all. And then the next day I will, because I was so tired, I will pass out for a few hours. But it was still not sleep. It was from exhaustion, I think. For some people, it might seem that it's a little things, but you you cannot be hugged by your kids or your husband because you're in pain. Your body hurts.
It was
So
that bad you couldn't even be touched. You couldn't even accept a hug from your family
yeah,
because
because
your body
my
hurt that bad.
yeah, because my hands were like from the shoulders to the elbow, where it hurt so much that if somebody would try to hug you, I would like squeeze my lips because I felt bad to tell them that, I'm in pain. Don't squeeze me anymore. Don't hug me that hard. But that was a part of it.
What kind of help did you try to get? What were doctors offering you to try to manage this?
The only thing is they were suggesting to take it was low dosage antidepressants. So I tried few, but it didn't work. It didn't help with the pain. And me wanted to live and wanted to work. I couldn't be on antidepressants. I deal every day with the attorneys, with clients. So that wasn't really for me. I try exercising, I try yogas, I try whatever I could try, and whatever somebody came up with, and I try and it didn't work.
How
Yeah.
significantly did this impact your work life?
So there was a time that I already put in my papers, resignation papers, because I couldn't travel to the office because of the pain. Because if you're in pain, you really don't concentrate as you should. The will of for you to do stuff is not there.
You're not
So
operating at 100%.
no. So I did put my resignation papers and to quit the job. I think mentally it was devastating for me because I was always outgoing person. I was always outside. I was always around people. As I said, I worked in the office. I was used to getting up in the morning, getting myself ready, go to the office, and you're stuck and you not moving. So that was the scary part.
On a scale of 1 to 10, it sounds like your pain level was very bad. Where would you have rated it before the program?
9 to 10 in the morning for me to start moving. I actually had to take 15-20 minutes to get off the bed.
So you were not functioning in your own life.
No.
You weren't living your life anymore. You mentioned you weren't sleeping well, but you also then developed sleep apnea. Is that right?
Yes. So I was complaining to the doctor I cannot sleep, and I think it's because of the pain. So he sent me for the test, and it ended up that I have sleep apnea, and they put me on the machine.
And did you feel better once you were on that CPAP machine?
It felt like it then, because you know what, if you don't sleep for so long the way you should sleep, and then you're getting extra 2-3 hours here or there, you think that this is what it is. This is, oh my god, I'm sleeping for a few extra hours.
But you're
But
really still only getting 2 or 3 hours total, it
yes.
sounds like. Okay. So you were still feeling terrible.
Yes.
I see. And then you also developed some blood pressure problems. Tell me more about that.
Well, we're just driving back home once, and I got a huge headache, and I went to bed. The next morning I woke up, and half of my face was numb up to the shoulder. So I called my doctor, and they sent me to ER right away, and they put me on the high blood pressure medication. Yes.
So that's when they discovered, okay, now you have high blood pressure too. Okay, so now you're on the CPAP machine, you're taking blood pressure medication, nothing is touching your pain, and all of a sudden, now you start getting some sort of hormonal symptoms in the mix, right?
Yes, I started getting a hot flashes. So talking to my doctor, they said that in my age, I'm getting premenopause. So those are the hot flashes. And I nicely agreed to it because I thought this is what it is.
So, did they offer you any help or suggestions in managing the hot flashes?
Not really, because they said since I'm premenopause, I should deal with it for now. So, I mean, if the doctor tells you that this is how life runs, you accept it. And I thought that this is what's going to be.
You also were struggling with brain fog. How bad was the brain fog, would you say?
I mean, back then I didn't thought it was that bad. Now I'm realizing that I don't remember a lot of stuff.
Looking back now, you can see how
Yes.
foggy it actually was. So, what was the deciding factor to try to seek additional help? How did you come across the Transform program?
I was on a Facebook and I saw Dr. Maggie talking about fibromyalgia and that she had one. And I watched few of her lives, and I thought about it, and I started talking to my husband about it. But you have to understand also that if you trying so many things and nothing works, you're skeptical. And I started talking to my husband about it, and my husband goes, I mean, what do you have to lose? You try everything. And he was actually the one who pushed me to the program.
I'm hearing an undertone of, I wonder if this is a scam.
Oh, that was the first thing that came across my mind, that it was a scam. There was another supplement store that they want to, just sell supplements, and that's it. It's just I didn't believe it. I didn't believe
I
in it.
understand how it can sound too good to be true sometimes when your other doctors haven't been able to help you for over a decade. And yet here you have Dr. Maggie, somebody who says, actually, no, this doesn't have to be the way life is. There are ways to get to the root cause of these issues, and you can start feeling better. That could sound magical and perhaps
Unbelievable.
unreal, right?
Yes. Yes. The first thing I think was that Dr. Maggie herself had it. I think that was my turning point. And seeing her smiling and seeing her being like full of energy on those videos make me think that maybe, it can be me. And you know what? It is also the testimonials of other people, what they went through, and seeing them, not an actors, just real people talking about it. It was amazing,
Yeah.
hopeful.
Yeah. I want to know, how is Agnes doing now? Let's just get right to it. The fibromyalgia, you said the pain was so bad, a 9 or a 10 on the scale of 1 to 10. Where does your pain stand now?
4, sometimes 5 in the bed days. Yeah,
You cut it in half, by more than
yes,
half.
yes. Within like 2 months, 3 months, not even. Something that nobody could help me before for 12 years.
And now would you say that this is a livable, manageable level?
It's totally different. We used to, let's say, go out, and I love to dance. I will dance for a few hours. The next day I'll be in bed because I wouldn't be able to move. Now we hosted a New Year's Eve party for 300 people. I was partying all night. And even my husband was looking at me. He goes like, Agnes, how you're going to feel tomorrow. And actually I got up in the morning and we were still cleaning the place. And, so it's a totally different lifestyle.
You didn't have that hangover, and not from alcohol.
No.
We're talking about that pain hangover from overexerting yourself. That is gone now. You're able to really function and live your life. I mean, what does that feel like for you?
Oh, I'm alive again. I can do my stuff. We smile, we hang out with our friend. It's totally different. You could feel like you want to live. You don't sit in your room when there's raining outside and you're in so much pain and you're crying. I'm so grateful to the whole team. It's like a whole team there. It's amazing what they do.
The Transform team you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. What did you think about having that support of other people as you went through this program?
I think the whole support is crucial to all that program. It's like you actually have a group of people behind you that can help you heal. It's not like you're going to the doctor for 5 minutes and they say, okay, this is what it's going to be.
And it's people who understand and get it and know what you're dealing with. Maybe they've been there before, or they know how to address it because they've seen this before. And so I know you came into this program just wanting to address your pain, but you had some other happy occurrences as a result of this. I want to hear what's happened with your blood pressure. You were taking daily blood pressure medication. Where do we stand now?
No medications anymore. I'm done. My
Your
blood
blood
pressure
pressure is
regulates.
normal now.
Yes. No more sleep apnea machine.
Okay, how did that happen?
I'm sleeping through the nights like a baby. So yes, I don't need it anymore.
Insomnia and sleep apnea gone. How amazing is that? Okay, what about the hot flashes?
So it ended up that I don't think I'm premenopausing yet because my hot flashes are gone. I regulate with the program. I was able to regulate my blood sugars, and my hot flashes were gone.
People want to know, how did this happen, Agnes? What was the secret here? And you mentioned a big one, a big linchpin for you was blood sugar regulation. Tell me about that.
I used to be doing an intermediate fasting, which everybody said it's going to help me. Actually, no, big mistake. But I learned that on the program. So when I started regulating my blood sugars and eating constantly, like how we should eat every 3 hours, my hot flashes were gone.
It went away just like that. Like, how quickly would you say?
Within a week.
Okay.
Within a week. And then, of course, the food mapping.
What did
I
you learn
found
in food mapping?
I love my almonds and I'm not allowed to have them.
Almonds don't love you as much as you love
No,
them.
and my mozzarella cheese and the cottage cheese are gone too. But I'm happy with it because it ended up that was bringing in my inflammation.
Okay, and that inflammation, now, was contributing to so many health problems. Had you ever gone through any kind of food sensitivity testing before?
No, because I was never allergic to anything. I thought I never had effects of eating anything, so I would just eat them. And yeah, it wasn't true.
And that goes to show you too. So many of us think, well, I don't seem to have any reaction when I eat a food, so I must be good. I don't have any sensitivities. But then when you go through a trusted process that Dr. Maggie has developed through food mapping, and she's able to point out very clearly, no, your body is reacting to this food, and it is causing a firestorm inside you. And then when you get off of those foods and you feel better, it's pretty clear then. What did your hormone results tell you? Did you learn anything interesting?
Actually, yes, I'm estrogen dominant. So there was a lot of stuff that was connected to it that I didn't know, and nobody ever pointed out to me. The way the program is built and created, it's amazing. I learned you cannot fix one without fixing the other. So it's like a whole circle. Usually when you go somewhere to the doctors, they just looking at one thing. But I learned
whole body approach. It's the 5 pillars. And it sounds like for you, each one of them was critical.
It was. It's like we are being in this program teach everything from A to Z, how to do it, even if we leave the program, if we finish, we graduate from the program, how to manage our lives later. With
so you
food,
feel
with
like
hydration.
this program set you up for the future, for your life, for the long run. You know how to address any problems that might come up.
Yes.
So I know you had thought about leaving your job. I want to hear how work is going now.
Full time. I'm working. I'm still working from home, but I'm working full time. And besides that, I'm helping my husband run his company.
Okay, so not only are you able to do your full-time job now, but you're helping your husband, and you guys are additionally helping to run this nonprofit organization. That's a lot.
It is, but if you have the energy, it makes you happy. That's what makes me happy.
You've got joy back. You're dancing again.
I'm
You're
dancing.
singing. You said you're singing, right?
Yeah, the music is on in my house nonstop now.
And it wasn't like that before. It was a darker place for the last 10 years previously. How has this impacted your family? You have 2 boys, you have a husband. How has this impacted their lives?
My younger one is a swimmer, so I go to the meets now. I support
Because
him
you
as
weren't
much.
going before, you weren't able to.
I mean, I maybe here and there to not make him feel bad, but if you're in pain, you cannot cheer your kid the way you wanted to. So yes, I will go, but it wasn't the same. Now I'm yelling, I'm screaming.
He's like, this way, he's like, Mom, you're embarrassing me.
And it's we go out more often. We hang out, we smile. People don't realize smiling and laughing together what is a big thing in it. It's until you cannot, or you don't want to, or you're just locked in your room. And to see a smiles on their faces, not like before seeing, oh, mom is not doing good again, or something. It's like a blessing. It's a blessing.
And your husband too. What does he think about your transformation?
Actually, he's starting to doing supplements with me, so I think he's happy about it. We have a routine with our gold balance at night now. So you know what? It's like he's happy. I think he was so stressed because he saw me. He knew me before I was sick.
Yeah.
And then after I got sick, and for him was a big thing.
Yeah. So what was your favorite thing about the Transform program?
The support, the knowledge I got. The program might seem complicated, but the way it's developed, it's easy. You can always go in, you can revisit your modules. You have any questions, you always have somebody that you can ask for help or ask the question. And you're never alone. You're never alone with your problems, with your pain. And you know what? With even the podcasts that we have, we becoming like a one family. The girls, we still on the phones, we still talking, and we're still talking about, oh, this is the great thing happened today. This is my win. Yeah. So I love that. I love that. That keeps us going, and I think that's what's part of our getting better is because we have each other over there. You are part of something, you're not alone anymore.
Right. And I know you still have some pain, but as Dr. Maggie discusses, this launches you into a year plus of getting better and feeling better. And so is it your belief that as the days are going on, the pain continues to diminish?
Yes. It's just, is the first part happened so fast and so unexpected because I was planning for the whole year. So I wasn't planning to get better right away. I wasn't planning to not have a hot flashes or not to do. I didn't even know that I can get rid of my hot flashes and the sleep apnea in this program. I joined it for totally different reason. I'm so grateful and happy that, even though I think I'd be much, much better in another 6, 7 months, but I'm happy where I am right now. And
Yeah.
that's what makes me motivated that if I could get here now, maybe in another year, I'll be fine.
Yeah. Because where
Totally.
you are now is better than you ever imagined.
Never thought about it that I'm going to be here sitting and talking to you or, not like enjoying my life. I never even thought about it that ever going to happen again.
I love it. Well, you mentioned that Dr. Maggie and her personal story was inspiring to you, so much so that it was one of the driving forces behind you saying, I'm going to do this. I'm going to sign up. I trust her. So what was it like working with Dr. Maggie?
On the beginning, no, it wasn't scary. It was, oh my God, she's telling me to do this and this and this. How am I going to put this all together? And then, slowly, she's an amazing woman with a lot of knowledge. She has so much knowledge that none of the doctors for 12 years ever had it together.
Nobody else mentioned these things to you. Did anybody
Never.
ever talk to you about your digestion?
Never.
Did anybody ever talk to you about your blood sugar?
Never.
And here Dr. Maggie is focusing on some of these principles, and it made all the difference.
I mean, my friends are telling me, some of my friends didn't see me for 3, 4 months. And when they see me right now, they say, oh my God, you look so healthier. And we started talking. But it's the way that Dr. Maggie makes us think and makes us make a decision. What are we going to do at this point of time? Let's say if we're reviewing the hormones, she explains it why. And she is telling you the way that you understand that this is the reason behind. She doesn't just come out with all that stuff because she knows it. She does really take you point by point, why you're there, why you're taking the supplement, why you're feeling the way you're feeling. You're never going to hear a no from Dr. Maggie or any of the team specialists that any doctors. You're never going to hear, okay, this is how it's got to be. That's what they're always telling you. It's not. You're going to do this and you're going to feel better. And what is the famous word? And then you're going to thank me later, right?
And then you're going to she does say you're going to thank me later. Really? So, Agnes, is this the moment?
From the bottom of my heart. From the bottom of my heart. Her, Kathy, Dr. J, Ali, everybody in that program. It's really life-changing. Really.
Where do you place the value of the Transform program? What do you think it's worth?
Every penny. I mean, how can you, the way you live, and it's like you cannot put money amount on it. You can't. And if you think about it, people are spending thousands of dollars of any other supplements that they don't work. Because that was me too. Mm-hmm. I used to try this and that and this, and nothing was working. So it might look like it's an expensive program, but by the end of the day, it's really not. How can you put the money amount on your life, on your health? There's not really, you cannot do that.
Yeah. So who do you recommend this program to? Who do you think could benefit from this?
Actually, everybody. My 16-year-old is going through a test now. Because you know what? He's a great kid that he swims nonstop. And, I see from me going through modules and listening to the program that, there's a stuff that I can help him that is going to benefit him. And we talked about it and he wanted to do it. So I think everybody should try it, give it a shot, and you'll see, oh, you're going to thank me later, right?
Yeah. So you're saying regardless of what kinds of health challenges you may or may not be dealing with, whether it's something diagnosable or whether it's something that someone just wants to improve the quality of their life, this program is the answer.
Yes, it is the answer.
And so there you are. And Dr. Maggie talks about this. What you learn and the education that you get through the Transform program not only is going to benefit you, but minimum, it has the ability to impact 3 generations. Your children or those below you, those on your level, maybe siblings and spouses. And for many people as well, their parents or their aunts and uncles, things like that, are able to also benefit from this. So when you think about the investment, then it's not just an investment in Agnes. It's an
Yeah.
investment in your whole family and even your friends, because I know you're telling me you're talking to your friends and everybody about this.
Yes, because you know what, they cannot believe it that from me 4 or 5 months ago being like always down and always like trying to hide in the corner a little bit, they see me again, the old Agnes laughing and going out. So it's they asking questions. So I said, if somebody wants to listen, not a problem.
I love it. Well, congratulations on a total
Yep.
transformation. You've got your life back in a very big way, and I'm just so happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's always so exciting when somebody is not only able to really get help for the issue that they came into the program for, but to get help with so many other things that they didn't even realize could ever be helped. I mean, to be off of her blood pressure medication, she never expected that. To no longer need her sleep apnea machine, her CPAP machine, she says she doesn't have sleep apnea anymore. I mean, these changes are those that doctors say in the conventional medicine world are impossible. Well, Dr. Maggie says nothing is impossible for her. She knows how to get to the root cause of the issues, and it's all about the 5 pillars, which was exactly what Agnes needed. And she addressed that, and now she's feeling so much better. So happy for Agnes. If you know somebody who also is dealing with some of these issues or any chronic health condition, reach out to the Transform team. There will be a link above or below this video where you can get access to getting help. They will send you resources. There are so many resources to get you help and get you started on it right away. If you know somebody that could be helped by this video, share it with them and let them know that there's an option out there. Dr. Maggie, she has done the research and she knows exactly what you need to do to get you back to feeling well. What a concept for some people. I remember when I was sick, I didn't think it was possible to feel well again. It is possible. On behalf of Dr. Maggie and the whole Transform team, I'm Anne Imanuel. Thank you for watching.
Hey, if you really enjoyed what you're watching and you want to learn more about this topic, make sure you check out, if you're on YouTube, some of the suggestions for what to watch next right here. And if you're watching on any other format, feel free to comment in the comment section. Our team and I will get those resources to you. And if you haven't clicked subscribe yet on YouTube, make sure to click subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified every time we are live. Thanks, everyone.